having me and for letting me ask my question. My English is not the best. I'm from Germany, but I'm curious. Look, I'm not in the position, and that's out of respect for my religion and not out of being scared or something. I'm not able to answer specific questions about my religion, which I don't have a clue about. Okay, so I came up to ask about Christianity, if that's fine with you. Like I'm because I have that I have a question which nobody can really answer, and you talked about being honest, and I want to see if you are honest about the Bible.
My topic is the Quran confirms the Bible.
Okay, but when I ask my question, you will see that my book doesn't confirm the Bible because what's written in the Bible is contradictory to the Quran.
I already know that.
Okay, so
that means, hold on, is it, how do I say your name, bro? Is it
Faisal? Just say Faisal, yeah.
It's a cool name. So with that being the case, the Quran actually contradicting the Bible, then that means that the Quran is false when it says it confirms it. Because it doesn't confirm it, it actually contradicts it.
Yeah. But you already talk with like much more knowledgeable Muslim people, right? And they gave you the answer that
no, they don't have answers to this.
I mean, the answer I know.
I spoke to those knowledgeable people,
yeah,
and they do not have an answer to this. They don't have a response to this.
But they say
they avoid me because of it.
The answer I've heard about it, like we believe in the Old Testament and the Injil, which is the New Testament, but those books were not preserved because they just counted for that period of time and for those prophets, right?
Right.
That's the answer.
I know. Look, Faisal, I know that that's the response.
Exactly.
My point is that is an inadequate, it's a wrong response because the Quran doesn't say that. The Quran says that the scriptures, the Torah and the Injil, are preserved and are good for judgment and to believe in even during Muhammad's time.
That's what the Quran says?
Yes.
The Quran says the Bible and the Old Testament is preserved for eternity.
Yes.
Okay.
So look, show you this. This is what the Quran says.
Yeah. And once again, I don't have the tafsir. I don't.
Yeah, it's okay, bro. It's you don't gotta.
I'm curious. Like I've never heard of that.
You don't have to give an answer or anything like that. I'll just show you what I have, and you can do research on it later. Okay.
Yeah.
So look. Sure. So we'll start at chapter 2, verse 40, right? So it says, chapter 2, verse 40. O children of Israel, remember my favor which I bestowed upon you, and fulfill my covenant, so that I fulfill your covenant, and fear none but me. And it continues. And believe in what I have sent down, this Quran, right? Confirming that which is with you, the Torah and the Injil.
Yes.
And be not the first to disbelieve therein. Don't disbelieve.
The Quran.
Well, yeah. Absolutely.
It doesn't say disbelief in the gospel.
It just said it confirms the Torah and the gospel.
Yeah, but it's this is directed to the Quran, not to the gospel and the Torah.
No, look, the reason why they should believe in the Quran, it says believe in this what I sent down, talking about the Quran.
Yeah.
Confirming that which is with you of the Torah and the gospel. So they have the Torah and the gospel with them. It's preserved with them.
Yeah, but the second sentence, or the other verse, and be not the first to believe therein, is referring to the Quran, not to the gospel.
No, this says, talking about the gospel. And be not the first to disbelieve therein.
Yeah, but the starting point is the Quran, so it's not the gospel.
It's all of it. You can't reject any of it.
Yeah, but we don't reject it. We
You
actually,
do. You're literally telling me that the Bible, the Torah, and the Gospel are
yeah,
corrupt right now. That they're
yeah,
lost. They're
but
gone.
they are not preserved. So
Well,
therefore,
that's my point, Faisal. This says that they are. This says that the Torah and the Gospel are currently with the Jews and the Christians. What
yeah, but
is with you?
that was revealed at that time, and at that time, maybe the gospel and the Torah were not touched and
Oh, okay,
not
beautiful. Now
changed.
watch this. So the Torah and the Gospel during the time of Muhammad is preserved up until then, right?
Maybe.
Well, not
That's an
maybe.
explanation. I would, yeah.
Not
That
maybe.
that
This is just it's what it says, right? Or let me ask you this. Let's just make
okay.
sense of this.
Yeah,
Let's say that the Torah and the Gospel were corrupted at this time.
yeah.
Would Allah say that He's confirming that which is with them if it's corrupted?
No, look. That's okay. Can you read the Quran, the verse again?
Yeah.
Because
So
I can't. Yeah,
and believe in what I have sent down,
yeah.
confirming that which is with you,
Mm-hmm.
and be not the first to disbelieve therein.
Yeah, confirming that which is with you could also be referring to the Quran or the verses that He
It's
revealed to
talk.
them.
It's talk. Look, no, confirming which is with you is not talking about the Quran. The Quran is the thing that's sent down that's confirming what's with them, the Torah and the Gospel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so these are two different things, but
Yeah,
they're supposed to believe in it all. Basically, this verse is saying that the Jews and the Christians,
yeah.
specifically the Jews, don't have a reason to reject the Quran because the Quran confirms their book.
All right. Look, I don't know you personally, but the people watching you stream, I don't understand. Like first, when I came up, I already told that like I'm not a knowledgeable person. I'm not somebody who can explain the Quran or knows the context. I was just here to ask a question, and these people are spamming like, "Oh, he doesn't know. She is like this." Guys, I already told that I'm not the person to explain the Quran, and
Let
if
me
I say something which is
let me address
contradictory,
this real
or
quick.
yeah,
Let me just go ahead
yeah, they're
since
very disrespectful.
the
Like this
comments
is,
are just a distraction right now. So let's just
yeah.
focus.
Okay, okay,
I'm gonna turn the comments off just for a second, just for
yeah,
this.
yeah.
Okay, so let's just focus on our conversation.
All right.
So according to this, bro, right? The Torah and the Gospel is true and is there in the possession of the Jews and Christians according to the Quran. That's what it says. And they have to believe in all of it. Quran,
Yeah.
their books, everything. They got to believe
And
in
what
all.
is the explanation from the shuyukh that you talked with? What were their response? I'm sure they gave you a response. What were their
They don't have
response?
one. They don't have one. They just have
They said we have no response.
They have nothing. Dude, this is what
Be
they
honest.
say. I'm telling you, I promise you, Faisal. They say, they start off
Yeah.
with saying exactly what you said.
Okay.
That we believe in the original Torah and the original gospel, but
right.
it's been corrupted. They corrupted the text and yada,
Yeah.
yada, yada. So this is why they can't answer Quran verses like this.
All right. Yeah, but
I bring
that's
this up. They just repeat what they said.
all right. Now you brought up it's a fair argument of yours. I don't have the answer. I don't think that this is like proving that the Quran is wrong or anything in that matter. But I don't have the answer to it. I'm just
Well, no
being
worries.
honest to my own religion, you know?
Yeah, of
I
course,
cannot,
of course.
yeah.
Of
I'm
course.
just, yeah.
Let me show you the problem. Let me tell you the problem. So remember, when we started off by saying that that the Quran actually doesn't confirm my Bible, it actually contradicts it, right? There's contradictions between the two. That's the problem. The problem is that the Quran says that it confirms the Bible.
Okay.
However, it contradicts the Bible.
All right.
That means
Now,
that this claim of the Quran is false.
okay. Now I'm gonna be. You said nobody gave you an answer, and everybody like was
They
like,
they
we
tried
don't
to
have
give an
an
answer,
answer.
it's just inadequate. Their
Okay,
answer is
inadequate.
false.
Now I'm asking you about the Bible, and I hope, because you are much more knowledgeable about your book than I am about my book, which is clear. I don't know Arabic. I'm not this student of knowledge. Um, I have a simple question: Is Jesus the God of like? Do you believe in the Trinity?
Of course.
Okay, so
Jesus makes
Jesus
this
is
claim.
God, the Holy Ghost is God, and the Father, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and Jesus became flesh out of mercy for mankind, so he can live with people and preach and be a good example or the right example to follow, right?
Yeah, but I don't know why we're shuffling over here to the deity of Christ or the
Yeah,
Trinity.
yeah. No, I'm just gonna make sure that that Jesus is like we are talking about the same person, and out of mercy for mankind,
No,
because
I
mankind is
don't know why you're
sinful.
shuffling over to
Yeah,
the subject of the
he
deity of Christ.
sacrificed himself, right?
Hold on. Why are we shuffling over to the deity of Christ when the
Yeah.
topic is that the Quran confirms the
No,
Bible?
I give
And
you that. I give you.
yours is
I
the
give you
Quran.
that. Maybe I'm out of topic, but please, because I'm seriously, I'm not trying to debate. Oh, my team is better than your team. I'm not like that. You know, I'm seriously
Well, all right,
trying
but
to
before, so
understand.
this is what I like to do before I
Yeah,
finish a topic. I like or go move on to another thing. I
yeah,
like to conclude on what I was talking about at least.
yeah,
So it seems like you're being honest so far. So
yeah.
time will tell and reveal it. God will reveal everything.
Okay.
But do you see that? Do you see the problem at least that I'm
I
bringing?
mean, unless, honest to God, unless I hear to somebody knowledgeable, a sheikh, which is known for his knowledge, right? Give a detailed answer to your accusation, I would be silent about it. But it's a good point. It's a fair point. It's definitely a point to discuss about. But I didn't have the answer, or I didn't listen to this specific topic. So I remain silent because I don't know. Seriously, I don't know.
All right.
Right?
So I'll conclude it with this, and then we can move on to
Yeah, sure.
your question about Jesus. No problem. Our argument as Christians is that this very thing falsifies the Quran because the Quran, and not just in that place, a lot of places, bro, a lot of places it says the same thing, that the Torah and the Gospel and the writings of the prophets, that they're true, that the Quran confirms them, that we are to judge by it and live by it. We have nothing to stand on unless we stand on our scriptures that's with us in our possession, in our hands, right? And it confirms it. However, if we actually read these scriptures, we see that the Quran actually contradicts these scriptures. So that
Okay.
means that the Quran is false when it says that it confirms these scriptures, because it actually doesn't. It contradicts them. So that shows that the Quran is false. Here's
All
another
right.
problem. This is a backlink.
Yeah.
If these books are false, let's say these books are corrupted and false, then the Quran would be still false, because it's saying that false and corrupted scriptures are true. So it's double whammy. Either
Okay.
side, it doesn't work. So you want to do your research on that later on?
I'm definitely gonna do that because I'm not a Muslim because my parents are some Muslims and I have a Muslim name or I look like a Arab or whatever. I'm Muslim because I believe in it, right? So every time I see a topic like or critical topic or point, I'm gonna ask about it. I'm not scared about finding out the truth, right? You shouldn't be scared of God. So that aside, I give that argument to you. Sure, why not? Because I don't have the answer. But the So Jesus is depicted very merciful, like all merciful God. He was so loving and caring, and he also teaches us to love your enemy. Is that right? Okay. Is Jesus the God who is Jesus the God of Moses?
Yep.
Okay. So Jesus revealed the Old Testament to Moses.
Yep.
All right. So if we have that merciful Jesus who sacrificed himself and died for our sins and was so teached all of this, don't do this and love your enemy, etc. How come that the same Jesus is asking for the people in the Old Testament to go and murder children, babies, and animals? And the answer I have heard so far was because that group of people were very sinful for over 400 years. God had patience with them and always tried to convince them to the right path. They denied. So God's punishment was basically genocide. He asked other people to go there and kill babies, infants, and even animals and women. And my question to you, is that not contradiction? Is that not the biggest contradiction in the picture of Jesus? If you say he sacrificed himself for all of our sins, but a few hundred years earlier, he asked other people to murder babies and children.
Okay. So no, it's not, because God has judgment. And you got the correct answer. He cast his judgment upon a people and wiped them out. So God can have judgment and mercy on who he decides to have judgment and mercy on. And even still, with him coming down in the flesh and dying for our sins, his judgment will still fall on those who have not repented and believed in him and taken his sacrifice. So those who continue to reject him and disobey him will also suffer the fate of his wrath, just like the Amalekites did, just like the people during the flood did. Like, for example, you believe that God is merciful and loving and gracious and forgiving, right?
Right.
And yet this God, this merciful God, who's gracious, the most merciful, the Quran says, flooded the world.
Yeah, but I have a very there's a big difference, and I'm gonna tell you the difference.
What's the difference?
The difference here is the difference here is God Himself takes life and gives life. We agree to that.
I still don't see the difference.
Yeah, no, God is the one who gives and takes life. If he makes an atrocity, like for example, like you said, the flood, which everybody was wiped out, then he is the one who takes the life. But if God asks other human beings to go there and kill babies, that's not the same, my friend. That's a big difference.
Tell me what the difference is, because
the difference is
still an act and an order by God, where he's the one who's taking life.
Okay, the difference is because we as humans have emotions. If I go up to somebody and say he committed a big crime.
Sorry, you saying that people have emotions doesn't tell me what the difference is where God floods the earth, or where he orders someone to unalive someone.
The difference is
what's the difference here? Because I see both is God's wrath is still being.
The difference is if you come up to a child, right? Would you be able to murder in his bed?
We gotta be careful with these words. Gotta say
If you would you be able to do what God asks you to do?
I will do whatever God asks me to do.
Okay, if he commands you to do that.
Wait, let me ask you the same question. Would you do what God asks you to do?
If he look, the difference is if he,
You're not answering the
if he,
question. What God would you
no, no,
do?
I'm gonna answer. I'm
So
gonna,
you see
don't
how it
worry.
was, I answered you very simply. So just
Yeah,
answer.
I'm gonna answer. I'm gonna
Would
answer.
you? It's a yes or no.
If
Would you do what God asked you to do? Yes or no?
no, it would be a contradiction to my belief because God says I'm all merciful, and asking for murdering a child is not
Say
mercy.
unalive. Gotta say unalive. So
Unalive.
yeah.
Yeah, and asking for that it's not mercy. It
Okay.
has nothing to do with mercy.
Okay. Good. So did Allah unalive babies during the flood when He flooded the world?
Yeah, but it was him.
Was that merciful?
It was out of mercy of you, of course.
Oh, it's out of mercy that He unalived
Yes.
babies during the flood. Okay. So it's
Yeah,
out of mercy. Okay. Good. So
but he
same thing.
didn't say, look,
Hold on.
yeah,
Same thing.
yeah.
He's same
It's not
thing.
the same.
He's merciful when he
Yeah.
unalives or orders a nation to be unalived and there's infants involved. When he's
Yeah.
taking them back to himself, he's being
Yeah.
merciful to the children, stopping them from growing up and being another sinful nation just like their parents.
All right.
He's merciful in that way. I can say the same thing.
Yeah, but he is not asking other people to do that, to
Whether
do
he
his
asks
job.
other people or whether he does it by some supernatural act himself,
You don't
it doesn't
see any
matter.
difference?
His wrath and his judgment is being carried out.
Okay, but you look, the difference is if you say he is all merciful, he did all of these things, he crucified himself,
I don't believe he's all
he died for our sins, and
I
then
don't
you
believe
say
he's all
he commanded other people to unalive children. That's a big contradiction, my friend. How can you deny that?
again you haven't displayed that because all you're doing to me, bro, is
Yeah.
showing that you are just complaining about how God carries out His wrath and His justice.
Of course, it's important.
Okay,
Of
so
course.
if you're saying
Yeah.
you just have a problem with the way that God carries out His wrath,
Yeah, sure.
then that's on you.
That's look. If God asks other people to unalive babies, animals, and women, that's not merciful. That is
I don't believe that
barbaric.
I don't believe that God is all merciful. Neither do you, because your Quran shows that
Yeah.
God has His wrath, His
Yeah.
justice, His
Yeah.
condemnation
Yeah.
handed out on a nation.
Yeah.
Your God does this all throughout the Quran. So if you're saying that God is wrong for handing out His justice and His mercy and His wrath,
No,
even
it's
on children,
how he
and
does
the
it.
method that He does it, then you're wrong. Then
If he asks other people
Then
to
you just- then
unalive
you just
children, that's barbaric. My
Okay,
friend.
good.
I'm sorry.
Then you just condemned Allah again because
How?
he had someone unalive a child in the Quran.
Who?
Let me show you the verse.
Okay, who?
Let me show you the verse really quick. Guys, what's that
Infants.
verse again where Allah has someone unalive a kid? What's that verse?
I've never heard of that.
I know you haven't. It's okay. And either you're going to be consistent and condemn Allah for being an unmerciful, wrathful, evil God, a contradicting God.
If God tells other,
Or you're going to say, you know what? My book says that, so okay. You know what? That's okay then. No problem.
no. I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna question that because it's a big contradiction. It's a
Okay.
big contradiction.
Alright.
Like, do we agree that babies are innocent?
I believe that God can take life and He can give life whenever
Or
He
you
chooses.
believe in
It's His creation.
you are born with the sin, right?
It's His creation.
So
Did
they
you
are
just hear?
all sinful. So therefore they can
Did you
be
hear my answer?
punished.
Did you hear my answer?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So don't.
Okay,
like-
show me the verse in which Allah commands other people to or
got you.
unalive children.
I got you. It's chapter 18, verse what, guys? 74. Okay,
Oh, man,
here it is.
you have some toxic community. I swear, they have some mental problems. I'm sorry.
I just,
I'm very sorry. I mean, you are very respectful so far. You conduct yourself very good, but these people are like relaxed
don't worry
guys.
about the comments, bro. Don't worry about the
Yeah.
comments. It's you gotta have tough skin on online, you know.
You know, I'm like they're going crazy.
So look, watch this. Chapter 18, verse 74.
Yeah.
They both proceeded till they met a boy,
Mhm.
and he, Kinder,
Yeah.
unalived him.
Mm-hmm.
Moses said, have you unalived an innocent person who had
Mm-hmm.
unalived no one?
Mm-hmm.
Verily, you have committed a thing that is dreadful.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 75, he responds, did I not tell you that you
Yeah.
can have no patience with me? Moses said, if I ask you anything after this, keep me not in your company. You have received an excuse from me.
Okay, what was the reaction of Musa?
That he did an evil thing.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Now
So
watch this. Watch
okay.
this. Because it's Allah who
Yeah.
told Kadir to unallow that boy.
Mm-hmm.
It's Allah who told him to do that. Now
Yeah,
watch.
but okay,
But
okay. Keep going.
there's no but.
Go on.
Where's that other verse, guys? No wrong, we shall punish him. It's verse 80. I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
Here it is. Verse 80. And as for the boy, his parents were believers. This is Allah speaking. As for the boy, his parents were believers. And we feared lest he should oppress them by rebellion and disbelief. So Allah had the boy unalived by Kidr because Allah feared that he would oppress his parents and cause them to go into rebellion and disbelief.
Okay.
So is Allah a contradiction here?
No, I don't see the contradiction because there's a. No, I'm trying to explain it to you. Okay.
See?
So one, you have is a very specific single instance in which God. No. Look, one is committing, or like one is killing a boy, not a baby. There's a, yeah.
He's a child. He's a child.
Yeah.
He's a boy, an innocent boy who's done nothing.
Oh, sure.
So
No.
Moses said.
It doesn't say that it didn't do anything.
Oh, really? Let's go back to what Moses said.
It's
Moses.
It's what Moses believes.
Moses said,
Yeah.
have you unalived an innocent person who had unalived no one?
Yeah. So it's
Verily, you
more.
have done
It's
a dreadful thing.
yeah. It's how Moses thinks of that boy.
So the prophet is wrong here?
Yeah, the prophet thinks that the boy is a good boy, but
He
he's
is
not.
good. He's innocent. He hasn't done anything.
No,
So look.
he is. Yeah.
Look. The reason why Allah has him unalived is because he feared that he might oppress his parents and cause them to rebel and disbelieve. He hasn't done this yet. He hasn't done anything.
All right, that's that. No, I give you that. But I still see a big difference in committing genocide to a whole nation.
What is the
and
wait? You're
killing
no,
infants
your problem.
and doing that in a single
You
circumstance.
said you were going to be honest, Faisal. You said you were going to be honest.
Of course.
So you said the problem with that you have with God in the Bible sending out his judgment on the Amalekites is that he ordered other people to do it
genocide.
for him.
Yeah, genocide.
That he ordered other people, instead of him doing it himself, he ordered other people to unalive babies. While when it comes to the flood, it was his own supernatural act that unalived babies and things of this nature. So your only problem, your problem was whether God does it by supernatural works himself, or if he has if he orders other humans to do the act.
Yeah,
so
you have a point.
Allah having another human ordering another human to do the act.
Yeah, you have a point here. No, I'm not a hypocrite. You have a point. Clearly, you have a point. But I see the differences here. It's a very specific person and a test for the prophet Musa. So it's not like people go out there and commit genocide. No.
Come on,
Yeah, it's a
man.
very specific.
Come on,
Yeah, it's a very
Faisal.
specific circumstance, and it's not like the
Faisal.
Bible says go there and commit genocide and kill animals.
It's a very specific nation.
Yeah,
It's a specific nation. It's the Amalekites. He doesn't do that to anyone else.
yeah, but killing everybody, every baby and infant, it's different to
That's
killing a boy
specifically
who
the Amalekites. So he does
is
this
single person.
specifically to the nation of Amalek, a
Yeah.
specific nation.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know. That sounds barbaric to me. And killing
Okay, so then
somebody.
Allah is barbaric.
No, but because Allah doesn't command to kill an entire nation by the hands of other
This is
people.
where Faisal, this
Yeah.
is where your hypocrisy comes out.
I'm not a
Because
hypocrite.
I knew that as soon as and I said this.
Yeah.
I said that as soon as I show you this,
Yeah.
you're either going to backtrack and say, well, no, this is okay. Or you will be honest and consistent and just throw Allah under the bus as well.
No,
So
because
however
Yeah.
you've done the first thing I said you're going to do, which is make an excuse for it. But now, since you made an excuse for Allah, but
how did I make an excuse? No, I didn't make an excuse.
You are.
Because I clearly say it's the command of God. It was a specific circumstance for the prophet who was going through hardship.
It wasn't a prophet. Khidr is not a prophet. Moses is a prophet. Moses didn't unalive the
It
child.
was
Somebody else did.
it was a test for the prophet to be patient, and Musa
No, it
failed.
wasn't a test. It doesn't say that. You're adding to the text.
Listen, Khidr in the Islamic teaching was a test for Musa.
That's not what it says. That's not what it says.
Of course, but in the context, in the overall picture,
The
Musa
overall
was
picture
tested.
shows that Moses had enough morality to condemn someone for saying that somebody's unaliving an innocent boy, a child.
Yeah, the test was about Moses' patience. So how patient he would be.
Enough of that. So are you willing to admit your hypocrisy here or not?
No, I'm not a hypocrite. My friend, listen, I'm
good. So if you're not
anything
a
but a
hypocrite,
hypocrite.
if you're not a hypocrite,
I'm not scared
there's
of
nothing
you.
wrong.
I'm not.
If you're okay, good, Faisal. If you're not a hypocrite, there's nothing wrong with God handing out His judgment even through someone else.
Okay, you know what I do? You know what I do? Because I'm not a hypocrite and I'm very honest, and God knows my heart and He knows what type of person I am. I'm not saying that because of these mentally sick people here, but as long as I don't have the right explanation and the right reason, or it is a contradiction if I bring up that argument about the Bible and then the Quran says the same, unless I do not have a right answer for that thing, I will not bring that argument up ever again. That's how honest I am, right? So if by the end the Islamic point of view is exactly the same like the Bible point of view, I will shut my mouth and I will think about it. And that's what I can tell you. But I'm not going to sit here and accept, oh, you're a hypocrite, because I'm not a hypocrite. I'm not scared about I stand by my religion. I'm convinced by my religion. I'm not saying these words to convince anybody. But as long as I don't have a better answer or a clear answer to why there's a difference, I will shut my mouth. That's it.
All right, that's fair enough. Now, since we're talking about barbaric activities, can I show you something that's barbaric in the Quran?
Barbaric in the Quran?
Yeah, something that you won't be able to say, oh, your Bible has this.
When I watched the debates with Ahmadiyya and Christian pastors, he picked and chose many things about the Bible which are barbaric, and that's only one of the arguments that Muslims bring up. So it's not like, this shouldn't be like, I'm gonna show you now what, you know?
If you're following Ahmadiyya, you're in trouble.
My friend, look, I'm a very logical person, and I've never seen a single debate in which Ahmed Didat looked bad. I'm
Okay.
just gonna be honest.
No worries. So
Yeah.
let me actually show you what the Quran says. Is that okay?
Yeah, of course, it's my book. Of course.
All right. It's your
But
book. It's your
once
book.
again, look, if you show me what the Quran says, I'm not the right person to explain the verses. So you're just convincing you viewers, and
My
you
friend.
feel good about it. But I'm not the right
No,
person to
no,
ask.
Faisal.
Look,
Faisal.
I'm not gonna.
I'm not
Yeah,
here. I don't want your explanation. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? On
yeah,
these things that I'm about to show you, or the
yeah,
things that I have shown you.
yeah.
I don't want your explanation because I've studied enough on these and I've had conversations with knowledgeable people,
Mm-hmm,
Muslims,
mm-hmm,
and studied the tafsir, things of this nature, to
mm-hmm.
know that there is no explanation. There is none.
Yeah, but out of respect for my religion, I would pass on that. Why? Not because I'm scared of the Quran. I have the Quran in my home. I've read a lot of verses, etc. But to not feed this community more hatred.
We're
And
just talking to you.
if you read out the verse, and I don't have an explanation, and I'm just sit there like a child, and I'm like, oh my God, that's not a good look. I'm not stupid, so I'd rather
Let me
be
just ask you
quiet.
this, man. We're two grown adults, two
Yeah,
grown men talking. Okay,
yeah,
so you have convictions, I have convictions. We have
yeah.
morality and a mindset, you know, that we have. So we know ourselves. So
These
just like
guys, these guys are so funny.
you was able to point to something that you thought was incoherent, that you thought
Yeah,
was wrong, and that you
yeah,
thought was barbaric,
yeah,
right? So you have enough sense to be able to do that. So
yeah.
let's continue to do that. Do you believe that child sexual relations is okay?
Child sexual, you mean like without consent and being immature?
A grown man having sexual relations with an immature girl.
Immature girl without puberty?
Yeah, but yeah, without puberty.
Yeah, of course it's wrong.
Okay, good. So your Quran says this. This is chapter 65, verse 4.
Yeah.
Quran permits sexual relations with kids before puberty.
Mm-hmm.
So, chapter 65, verse 4, it says, and those of your women as have passed the age of monthly course. This is talking about divorce. Okay. So, how,
Mm-hmm.
when you divorce your wives, this is how you deal with it. And those of your women as have passed the age of monthly courses, for them, the iddah is a waiting period. If you have doubts, is 3 months. So those are the ones who are too old to menstruate, to have their periods, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you divorce them, they have to wait 3 months before they move on to the next man,
Mm-hmm.
or to make sure they're not pregnant. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And for those who have no courses, now the commentator says, i.e., they are still immature. Their iddah is 3 months likewise, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for those who are pregnant, you know, their iddah is when they basically give up they have the baby.
Okay,
So
come to the point.
yeah, so here's the point here. So this is divorcing, talks about 3 categories of women, 3 categories. The older women who are too old to menstruate, you're divorcing them. And you're also divorcing girls who have not menstruated yet at all. They haven't hit puberty yet. They're still immature.
Yeah, but that's your explanation of the
No,
verse.
it's not my explanation. It's what it
Yes.
says. It's
No,
what
no,
it
no.
look. Is it me that says, i.e., they are still immature? Is that me, or is that the commentator in the Quran?
I don't know I don't know. I don't even know if that's the right verse you're quoting to.
It's
I mean,
chapter
the
65,
commentator.
verse 4, bro. It's Surah
Look,
At-Talaq. It's the
look,
chapter of
look.
divorce.
Look, I don't know. I don't know about. I don't know about the explanation of the verse. What I know for sure. Look, listen. What I know for sure that it is in ijma and consensus of every scholar of Islam that you cannot marry without the woman being mature,
That's not
having
true.
puberty. Listen,
That's not
having
true.
puberty
That's not
and
true.
being mentally stable
That's not
to
true.
judge
Hold up.
about right and wrong.
I don't know where you got
Listen,
that from. That's
look,
not. No, 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 no.
no,
I have to show you this because
no.
look. Now I have to
Yeah,
show you
that's
this.
your explanation of the
No,
verse.
no,
If
no.
I have
I'm not gonna. I'm not giving
if
you mine, guys. Am I giving my own explanation or am I just
look,
reading
you
off the
can
page?
read the you can read
All
the
right. So let's
text,
see if
but you
it's my
don't.
own. Let's see what you're talking. Let's go to the tafsir.
Yeah.
Let's see the explanation to show you it's not mine. Let's just
Look,
read,
but
y'all.
you really don't want to listen to what I say. If you had somebody,
You don't have anything to say. You just
yeah,
said
because you
that
pick, yeah,
you
you
don't know the
pick on.
explanation on this,
Look,
and you just
I,
gave me a misconception. You
listen.
don't know about this.
Okay, listen. Can I speak, or you want to have a monologue?
You just finished saying what you're saying. Now I'm about to show you this. Why waste time? Let me
No,
just
I'm
show
not
you the
finished.
explanation.
I'm not
Okay,
finished.
go ahead,
Look,
finish. Go ahead, finish so I can show you the
you
explanation.
move is very cowardly because you know
Oh,
that
now
there
I'm a
are.
coward.
Okay, I'm saying I have to say that because you know that there are
We'll see
people
who's a
who
coward
can.
in a second.
Oh my God! Can I
We'll see
finish my
who's a coward in a
sentence?
second. Yeah, I'm just saying, go ahead, Faisal. We're going to see who's a coward. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
because you are discussing these very specific topics which need context, which need learning, and you're discussing it with regular Muslims, and you know that they cannot explain the verse, and that's cowardly, and that's
Okay.
what I'm saying.
All
You
right,
want
got
to
you.
tell me.
You
You want to
done?
tell me that no sheikh has ever given you a right explanation of that?
Correct. You know,
That's a lie.
that's actually wrong. Sorry, excuse me, that's actually wrong. I spoke to one sheikh. I
Yeah.
spoke to him for a few hours on this. And you want to know what he said to me? Well, I
What?
spoke to him at Balboa, and it's not
Which
Uthman.
sheikh?
It's
Which
actually
sheikh?
another. His name is Ali, but you know,
Ali what? I don't know Ali.
I can't say. Our conversation was private. He likes to be private, but
Okay,
we
but he's
spoke.
not a sheikh
Oh,
just
he is a
because
sheikh.
he's Ali.
He is a sheikh. He is a sheikh. And
Okay.
so he told me, he was like, yes, this is the correct, this is the ruling. Yes, that's what it says. And that's the Sharia, that's the law.
You
You
are
know.
lying, my friend.
Okay, you can say that.
God is my
So now,
witness.
hey guys, so now I'm a
God is
coward
my
and I'm a
witness that you are
liar.
not.
No worries. So now, are you done now? Are you done with this? So now let's see so Ibn Kathir, let's see if it's my explanation or do your scholars say this? Do your scholars say this, Faisal?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see. The iddah of those in menopause and those who do not have menses. Uh-oh. Allah the Exalted clarifies the waiting period of the woman in menopause. And that is one whose menstruation has stopped due to her older age. Sounds like exactly what we read in the text. Her iddah, her
Yeah.
waiting period, is 3 months instead of the 3 monthly cycles for those who menstruate, which is based upon the ayah, chapter 2, verse 228. You ready for this? Watch. The same for the young who
Young
have
woman.
not reached the years of menstruation. Their iddah is 3 months, like those in menopause. This is the meaning of his saying,
So where does it say
those
it's
who
a
have no
child?
cases. The same for the young who have
Woman.
not reached the years of
Okay.
menstruation.
Okay, on top it said the old woman, and here it says the young woman. What's wrong
Yes,
with that?
because the verse is talking about 3 categories of females. The first category are the ones who are too old to menstruate. The second category are the ones who are too young to menstruate. The third category are the pregnant women.
I swear, I have to laugh about these people. I mean, they are mentally so sick. Guys, like I told you at the start, I'm not the right person. I'm feeding that guy. He can have his few minutes because he is talking to a wall. I don't have the answer. I don't even know
I'm not,
Arabic. And
Faizo, I'm not
you're
asking you,
discussing,
dude,
you're
stop
bringing
addressing the comment.
internet pages up. Yeah.
Faizo, stop addressing the comments. Focus on the conversation.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not
that's your
asking you,
community.
Faizo, pay attention.
Yeah.
I'm not asking you to give me an answer on this or
Yes, you
explain
are.
this.
Yes, you
They
are.
are,
I don't.
no, I'm not.
I cannot.
No, I'm not. Faizo, I
Yeah.
let you speak. Just hold on a second and hear what I'm saying. I don't expect you to give me an explanation. I've spoken to people more knowledgeable than you that cannot give an explanation for this. That
That's a
actually
lie.
either that they say they are honest and say yes, that's what it says, or they lie and say no, that's not what it says. It's either two. So this is what it look. This is Ibn Kathir. This
Yeah.
isn't me. This isn't GodLogic. This isn't Avery Austin. This isn't Study the Show. This isn't none of us. This is Ibn
Who
Kathir.
was the
He's not a
sheikh you
Christian.
always debated on YouTube? Who was that guy?
So
Sheikh.
stop asking about all of that. This is what matters.
No,
Stop
talk to
asking about
him.
all of that. This is
Talk
what
to him.
matters.
I'm sure
So according to
100%.
Ibn Kathir, Faizo, according
Yeah.
to Ibn Kathir, he says this is talking about young kids who have not hit puberty yet, right?
No.
All
Young
right.
woman.
All right. So when you say no, when you
Young
say
woman,
no,
not
that's
young
not what he's
kids.
saying. Then you can tell me what he is saying. Then
Young
now I
woman, not
expect an
young
explanation.
kids. It's not young kids. It's young woman.
Okay. So who are young kids? Who are the young who have not reached years of menstruation? Who are they?
I don't know. Maybe they're sick. Maybe they have other issues.
They're
Like
sick.
I said, you're asking
Wait.
me about the verse. I cannot explain to you.
So what
Why are
does
you
they have
asking me
not
that?
reached the see? This is where we get here, bro.
Yeah.
Now you're being the coward because as a
Because I
coward,
don't have the
you can't
answer.
read what's in front of you.
Okay. Oh, okay. If I come up
Does
to
it
a
say?
if I come
Does
up
it
to a
say that they
Christian,
haven't reached the years of menstruation, or does it say that they were sick? Which one
okay.
does it say?
Would you say if somebody comes up and takes Bible verses without the right
Does
explanation?
it say that they're sick, or does it say they haven't reached the years of menstruation? What
Yeah,
does it
but
say?
the reason why they didn't reach is not mentioned. So it could
What do
be
you mean
because they're
the
sick.
reason? The same for the young.
Women.
It says young.
Yeah, but it doesn't say young men, young children.
See,
So you are
Faizo,
making
this is
things.
the move here. This is the move now.
You are the because you are just putting words into the verse which are not
Hey,
there.
guys,
And
you
it
hear
says
that?
you're
I'm putting
young.
words into the text. I'm putting
Where does it
words
say young child?
into the text.
Where does it say young child? Where?
All right. Hey, listen. So this is the limit of it. So you take a look
Yeah,
at this.
you fed
Take
your
this.
ego.
Take
You
this
fed
to
your
whoever
ego.
it is. Hold on, mute
Yeah.
up. I'm talking. You take this to whoever you think is knowledgeable. Take this to whatever sheikh or imam that you feel you trust, and take this to them. Now, you said that you're logical. You said that you're honest. You said that you're not a hypocrite. Yet you demonstrated all of the above is false. That you are a hypocrite. That you are dishonest.
No,
You're not
you
logical.
look,
But let's see when you go home
Mm-hmm.
and you go to your masjid on Friday. You go to the Fajr prayer or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Go to the prayer. Wait until the sheikh is done talking. Wait until the imam is done leading you in prayer, and take him, show him this verse, bring him Ibn Kathir, what he said about it, and say, please, can you explain this to me?
I'm sure. Look, and now I'm gonna tell you. I'm sure 100% that you talked about these things, and it's even on YouTube. I think with Sheikh Usman. I think I'm 100% sure.
I haven't spoken to Uthman about this.
I don't know, but I'm 100% sure you brought that up and they give you the explanation, but you leave their explanation out and you say, yeah, it's just like it is. Because if it was like that,
and I'm 100% sure
yeah,
that you, because you're a Muslim, and it's embedded in you that you have to lie about your text, you have to try to make excuses for your text, and you have to be dishonest with your own text.
Look,
As a
if I was
Muslim, that's what you
dishonest,
have to.
no,
That's
I'm
what you
not.
have to do as
No,
a
I'm
Muslim.
not. I'm
So
not.
as a
I'm not.
Muslim, instead of giving the Christian prop saying, you know what, Mr. Christian, my imams and my sheikhs never talked to me about this.
No,
And I'm learning this for the
this is
first
not
time from
about
you.
Mr.
Excuse
Christian.
me, I'm talking. Excuse me, I'm talking.
Okay.
I'm learning this for the first time from you. But as a Muslim, since I am a Muslim, I have to say, even though I know nothing about this, I have to just assume, even though you read what is in your face,
I
I
know
have to
about it.
assume you're lying. Because
Yeah.
there's no way what you're saying,
Yeah.
reading off the page, can be
Yeah.
true about my religion.
You know why? You know why? Because every single scholar, every single alim talks about that issue.
You're right.
About
The scholars
okay.
do talk about
Can
this.
I
You want to see
speak
what they
now?
say?
Can I speak now?
You're
Can I speak
right.
now? I let you
No, no,
speak.
no, no, no.
I
You're
let you
right.
speak.
You're right. You
Can
want
I
to know what
speak
they
now?
say? You want to
Can
know
I
what they say?
speak now? Can I
Let me show you
speak
what they
now?
say. No, because you
Can I
don't know what
speak
you're talking
now?
about. No, because you
Okay,
don't know
so
what you're
you
talking
don't let
about.
me speak. I'm
No,
gonna leave
because you're
because
sounding.
you're
I'm
holding
trying
a
to help you.
monologue.
I'm trying to save you.
No,
Yes,
you're
this is a
holding a
monologue.
monologue.
Yeah, just
I
mute up.
already listened to you.
Yeah,
I
you're going to
already
listen
listened.
again. You're going to listen again. This is what your jurisprudence says. Your jurisprudence. What do they say? The issue, the ruling on marrying a young girl. What does they say? Oh, what's the ruling on this? What do they say? It is permissible for a father to marry his young virgin daughter without her permission. Not like, just to be clear, it's a father giving his daughter in marriage.
I'm not listening to you because you don't listen to me.
No worries.
I'm not listening to you.
I
Whatever
got
you say,
1,000
I'm
people
not
in here
listening to
listening.
you.
I got 1,000 people in here listening. This isn't for you.
Not
This is
listening
for
to you.
people. No,
I
no
don't
worries.
care. You,
All right,
but you're
good.
talking to.
Bye. Get out of here. Get out of here. You're dishonest. You're a liar. This isn't for you. I got 1,000 people in here watching. So for the 1,000 people watching this, this is how you deal with the Muslims. When they're dishonest, when they say, oh, well, let's go to this. Okay, let's go to the scholars. Let's call their bluff. Call their bluff. We got the scholars. And we just gonna read. It's permissible for a father to marry off his young daughter without her permission. What do the scholars say? This is in agreement with the 4 schools of jurisprudence. Hanafi, Malikis, Shafi'i, Hanbalis. There was consensus on